Do you like video games? Well, that's no surprise if you answered yes. Video games are great for entertainment and they serve as time passers, and you would not even notice that the time has passed. And as blockchain fans, we are always like Indiana Jones, looking for that treasured game that we can play. And this year, we have a couple of games that will surely interest you, presenting just some of the games that you might fancy playing. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. What is up, gamers? Welcome to another episode from your favorite channel, Crypto Cash Out. This show is dedicated to talk about everything and anything that falls under the crypto space. This channel is dedicated to making videos that are informational and educational or crypto topics. But always remember that we are not financial advisors nor financial experts, and we never claim to be one. Please do additional research after watching this video. It will help you make better and wiser decisions in the future. Trust us, it will be for the better that you look more into the games that we will say in this video. If you asked me a year ago what game do I think will be the best for the year, my answer would easily be Axie Infinity. It is a game that has made noise in the previous years because of how successful the game has been. It has racked up millions in revenue and no one was questioning their success. But as we continue through the years, we are moving on to the Axie Infinity days and are looking for other games that we might find success in. Don't get me wrong. Axie Infinity is still a great game, and Origins is basically the same game but improving on where the first game was lacking. But there are better games out there. Gone are the days where we would get on our phones, and we are now finding different games to please with our gaming needs. Now that we have started and mentioned our list, if it was made last year, let us start off our list with a game that may be quite familiar to some of you people out there. The game is called Splinterlands. Sounds familiar? If it does not, then don't worry, as we will basically walk you through the basics of the game. In its most basic form, Splinterlands is a trading card game or TCG that is based on the Hive blockchain. When I say TCG, it is a game that has a similar premise to that with Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, or Hearthstone. When I say that it is a trading card game, I mean that it is a game that involves you in possession of cards. The cards are NFTs, which means that you can collect them. Other than collecting them, you can also trade them, especially if you don't want to use them anymore or they are of no use anymore to you. There's also a battle system in the game that may be familiar to you if you have played TCGs before. You must build a deck that will be the best combination of moves and attacks that will help you in victory. If your enemy loses all the health points they have, you'll be declared the winner. And oh yeah, if you have multiple of the same cards, you can combine them in order to make the original stronger and be more effective during battle. I think this is great to give people a chance to upgrade their cards, especially if they have multiple of them. Although combining cards costs a token to do so, be mindful of that. A great way to earn passive income in the game is to let other people borrow your cards. This way, both of you can earn little by little. Eventually, you will make lots in this way. Or if you don't have money, you will be the one to rent out cards from other people. Although it will take quite some time before you can buy your own set, this is a surefire way so you can buy your own packs to use for yourself. We have another trading card game if Splinterlands does not suit your taste. The game is called Unchained and it has the same premise as Splinterlands, with you having cards on your hand that you put in the deck. You draw cards and you strategically put them in the deck. Now, the main difference between the two games is that Splinterlands takes the more automated approach during battle. You don't have to think about how they battle, you just have to put them in the field. In Gods Unchained, you will be more immersed in the battle and you must constantly think about how your units will move. It also does not help that you must constantly think about what the opponent is thinking. If you don't do that, you might as well give up, as it will be difficult for you to win without thinking about the enemy and how they will move. Now, if you really want to win in the game, then it is best that you must always think ahead and know when and when not to put cards. There are cards that serve as counterplay to the meta and it would be wise to save them until you really need to use them in battle. Both of these games deserve their own videos in their own right. The reason why we put them in the list is because they are free to play. In the bear market that we have today, we really must be careful on the investments we make. That is why having games with low to none barriers for entry is really great. But again, please still do additional research despite me saying all of that. It also helps that both games have been around for quite a while and have stood the test of time. Both Splinterlands and Gods Unchained are still doing pretty well in my opinion. In fact, they are the top TCGs that are battling for first place. There are people who prefer Splinterlands and there are those that prefer Gods Unchained. Overall, both games deserve to be on this list in their own rights and hopefully they continue this streak they are having. The next game that I want to talk about is called Spider Tanks and it is from the GALA Games Network. If you're quite unfamiliar with GALA Games, then it is one of the biggest gaming studios that specializes in blockchain gaming. They are led by a team headed by Eric Schiermeier, the former CEO of Zynga Games, which was in its prime during the late 2000s to the early 2010s. Their motto of creating blockchain games that you would actually want to play is slowly but surely becoming a reality because of the games that they are announcing and releasing. Heck, they have a game that is based on one of the most popular TV shows in the last decade, which is The Walking Dead. If you got franchises like that coordinating with you, you know you are doing something good. Okay, now back to the game. Spider Tanks is a free-to-play, action-packed gameplay where you take control of vehicles or tanks for simpler terms. It is in a top-down view and you must complete an objective together with your team in order to declare victory for yourselves. It is a really fun game and it really gets you going with adrenaline and the feeling of always wanting to win and be better. This game allows you to take control of tanks which are NFTs, but it is much more complex than that because each tank is actually a combination of two parts, the body and the weapon. Each of these parts is an NFT, which means that you actually own two NFTs, and there are countless tank parts for you to try, so do your best to mix and match them in order to suit your taste. Do you want a faster body or a tankier one, or do you want a weapon that deals more damage or one that attacks more frequently? Or why not both? The point is, there are plenty of tanks for you to try because again, you will have to combine two parts into one in order to have the best tank out there. And in order to upgrade your tank, you must really have to play games with it and use it. You must go into battle and destroy other tanks in battle and win some games. You must remember to stay alive in order to not ruin anything and keep on grinding in order to level up your tanks. Once you level up your tanks, you can sell them in the marketplace because they are still NFTs and you can sell them. The value of the tanks will be much higher because they are already high leveled, which means they can be more expensive. So, I can say that the tanks are investments because you need to use them if you want them to be of higher value. The next game on our list is from GALA Games again, like I said, the biggest gaming studio in blockchain gaming. The game is called Townstar and it is basically a farming game. If you remember earlier that I said Zynga and GALA Games have the same founder, well, Eric wanted to recreate the success of an old Zynga game that we may be familiar with, which is Farmville. Now, Townstar is basically the same game but with upgrades that will give it a better feel. It is a fun strategy game where you take control of a virtual land and you must develop the land to be the best looking farm out there in the world. It is super fun and you can be as creative as you want with how you will design your farm. And again, it is still a farm, which means that you have to plant crops and sell those crops in the marketplace where you can earn a little bit extra in the game, which I find really great. The game is not as one-sided as it may seem and you always have to think about the future in the decisions you are making right now. It is super fun being a farmer in this game. The NFTs in the game are also really cool looking, which I think is really great. There are NFTs that can go for the thousands you are on the lookout for. In fact, there are NFT in the whole GALA Games ecosystem that can go for tens of thousands. However, the problem that some people have with Downstar is that even though it is a free-to-play game, it is quite expensive if you really want to start earning in the game in a quick and easy manner. But people still like the game despite that. Then again, it is one of the GALA game's first games in their library, and it basically jump-started the career of GALA games. You can even join GALA Gold in order to have access to exclusive rewards that only you can get, but again, it is around the $15 to $20 mark, which is something you should take note of. Which among the games is your favorite? Be sure to comment down your thoughts in the comment section below so that we will know what you think is the best blockchain game of 2022. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It helps us grow and reach more people with our videos. If you want more videos, we have one on NFT Champions, which is basically like Pokemon but on the blockchain. Super awesome game, and check out our video on them. We thank you for watching the video. Stay safe and have fun cashing out.